Hello, thank you for accepting to be part of this study. So at the end of the research questionnaire, you see a link that will direct you to the online food diary to record all the foods and drinks you've had within the last 24 hours. So if I click on this link, it takes me to the online food diary, and I'll be required to put breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks and drinks I had. So if I'm recording this at night when I've had all my meals for the day, I record from breakfast to dinner for that day. Otherwise, if I'm recording this in the afternoon when I have not had dinner, so I will record my breakfast and lunch and then my dinner for the previous day, just so that it captures what you've had within 24 hours. So let's get started. So beside each of the meals, you see a plus sign. So to record any particular meal, for example, breakfast, we click the plus sign beside it and it brings out a search bar. So I had akara. I type akara in the search bar and the second one is close to what I had. So I choose that and it's asking me for the portion of the akara that I had. If I know the quantity that I had, I type it in there, but I don't know the weight. But I had 6 small pieces of akara, so I choose this small one that is 19 grams, and then here you see quantity. I just type 6 there, and it's asking me the time that I ate the akara. I had this akara at 7:45, so I choose 45 minutes and then click on add to diary. So in addition, if you had other things with this akara, you still click on the plus sign. I had it with pap, so I type pap there, and I look for pap on the list. I can't see pap here, so if this happens, you try to type another name for that particular food. So let me type akam and see what happens. So I can see ogi has come out. So it means if I had typed ogi, I'll still see it. So I'll choose this. This is what I had. And it's asking me to choose the quantity that I ate. So I ate something close to this. So I choose that and still maintain the time because I had it the same time as the akara. So click add to diary again. Here it's asking me in case I forgot if I used any of this with the akamu. So yes, I used honey. So I use 1 tablespoon. Actually use 1 tablespoon, so that is okay. And I add to diary. So it adds that to my diary. So if I had other things with the pap, maybe I had milk, so you can choose the milk that you had with the pap. Let's say I had whole milk. Okay, so this is showing me in liters, so I need dry milk. For example, it's not coming up. Let's say I used peak milk, so I can see peak milk. So depending on the one I had, if I had the powder one, I can choose this one. I can choose this. So was it the 14 gram sachet? Was it the 20 gram sachet? Was it 3? I had maybe 1.5 heaped tablespoons, but we can see here it only has 3 heaped tablespoons, so I can choose that and then come here and change it to, so half of 3 is 1.5, so I'll change that to 0.5. So add to diary. So that is that. So for my lunch, I had okazu soup, so I choose I type okazi there, and then so there are two different soups here. One has melon seeds, one doesn't have melon seeds. So I had mine with melon seeds, so I choose this one. So it asked me for the quantity, this, and the time that I had it. I had it around 1:30 p.m. so 30 hours. So I add it to my diary, and then I had it with Gary. So I type Gary here and choose this. So I had 1.5 cups of Gary. So this is for 1 cup, and then I change this to 1.5. So add to diary. If you had any other thing, you can add it. Otherwise, let's get to dinner. So for dinner, I had yam. I had yam pottage, water yam pottage. Let's see if I find it. Yeah, I had a cocoa. So I had this. So I'll choose that. And I'll choose this, and then it's coming up with different options. So I had this particular quantity, so I'll choose this, and then it's asking me for the time. I had it around 6 p.m. so 18 hours. So I add it to diary. So if there are any ingredients that you think that you had with this yam porridge that is not included here. So here it says yam slice boiled with palm oil, fluted pumpkins, leaves, onion. You can add any additional ingredients you added. So if you added scent leaf, you can add scent leaf. So the small bunch is about this. If you added half or 1/4, you can adjust the quantity. Add to diary. So if you had any snack, you put snack. If you did not have it, you can just leave it. If you had drinks, you put it. If you did not have it, you can leave it. So I had zobo. So I typed zobo, and this is zobo, and I had 50 cl bottle, which is 500 mils. So I choose that, and it's asking me for the time. I had it around 12, so I choose 12 and add to diary. So I also had malt. In the evening. So this is malt. This, choose that. I had the 50 cl bottle as well, so 50 cl can. So I choose this, and I had it around 5, I think. So I choose 17 hours. Add to diary. So when you're happy with all the foods you've had, if you had any snack, maybe if you had granuts, you can search for granuts. So I can see granuts roasted. I had granuts. So the cigarette cup, a handful. So you can just choose an estimate of the quantity you had. So I had like 3 handfuls of granuts, and I had it around 1. So I add it to my diary. So but if you didn't have snack, you can leave it. So if you had fruits or anything as snack, if you had cake, if you had meat pie, you can add it. Otherwise, any of these I did not eat anything, you can just leave it blank. And then when you're happy with your record, you click on the submit. So here it's asking you if in case you forgot any of these foods. If you did not, you confirm and continue. And then it's asking you here if you had any multivitamin supplements within the day that you've recorded these foods. So if no, just click on submit, and then it submits your diary and gives you a summary of what you've had. I hope you find this demonstration useful. Please feel free to contact me if you have any queries. Thank you very much.